I want to tell you something today that might sting just a little, but it could also be the thing that finally sets you free. So, diet culture is lying to you about weight loss. And if you've been stuck in this exhausting cycle of I'll start over on Monday, or punishing yourself with food, or chasing numbers on the scale and wondering why it never lasts, this message is for you. If you're new here, I'm Carrie and I've lost 200 pounds and I'm on a mission to release the rest. So, diet culture. I've spent most of my life in diet culture. I have been overweight for as long as I can remember. I wasn't the kid who suddenly gained weight. I was that little girl who was always big, who didn't fit in, who couldn't wear the cute clothes, the one who hated gym class, the one who never got picked, and the one who always felt a little out of place in her own body. The fat friend. My parents never pressured me to diet. They didn't try to force me to lose weight, but they did take me to doctors. And those people, well, they had all the answers, right? Or so I thought. I'll never forget this one guy. He was like a hypnosis therapist. He actually told me, just get the weight off any way you can. Then you can figure out how to deal with it later. That really messed with me deeply because what I actually heard in my mind was I was the problem. And you know, who I was right then was not okay. And everywhere I turned, from magazines to TV to well-meaning adults, there was this message that was pounding into my head. Go on a diet, lose weight, shrink, change yourself, be less. So in middle school, I joined Weight Watchers. I followed all the rules, tracked all the points, and I lost some weight. But I didn't feel better. I didn't feel free. I still felt trapped and imprisoned. And eventually, I gained it all back plus more. In high school, I got super desperate, and I went on this all-fruit diet. Nothing but fruit. Day after day after day. I did lose 60 pounds, but also, when I came off of it, I gained it all back and then some. As an adult, I have been on every single diet that you can name. So, low carb, keto, slim fast, you name it, I've been on it. Now, if you eat in a calorie deficit, you will lose weight. Most of the time. And most of the time I did. Most every time. But that never lasted because no one ever told me what diet culture never warns you about. And it's that weight loss and healing are two very different things. Diets, they may help you lose weight, but they will wreck your mind. They mess with your relationship with food. They make you fear hunger. They make you obsess over numbers. They tie your self-worth to a scale. And for someone like me who was struggling with food addiction, even though I didn't know it, and emotional eating, also didn't know it, and years of shame, that kind of approach didn't heal me. It just broke me even more. And forever, I bought into the lies that if I just had just a little more willpower, I'd finally lose weight. Carbs were bad. Cheat days were some sort of freedom, and that thinness was the actual goal. I was over 500 pounds. I was hurting. I hated myself. I'd lose weight and then gain it all back over and over and over again in this vicious cycle. And I thought I was the problem. Why couldn't I just do it like everyone else could? What was wrong with me? And I wondered why I was so broken. But here's the truth. I wasn't broken. The system that I was following, Diet culture thrives off of your shame. It teaches you to obsess over calories, to restrict, to punish yourself with exercise, and you inevitably can't keep up with the pressure. It tells you it's your fault. You weren't disciplined enough. You didn't want it bad enough. You just need to get back on track. But that's not weight loss. To me, that's bondage. To me, that's food addiction dressed up in perfectionism. That's a broken system pretending it has your best interest at heart. So everything started to change when I stopped dieting and I started healing. I let go of those lies. I stopped trying to earn my worth and I began eating in a way that actually nourished my body and calmed my brain. For me, that meant I switched to a whole food, plant-based lifestyle. No salt, no oil, no refined sugar. Not because it was popular, because believe me, this is far from popular. But because I researched every angle, I learned how food addiction works, and I knew I needed real healing and change. So, after changing the way I ate, it was the first time that I felt free from cravings, from guilt, and from that constant mental battle in my head. I began moving my body, not just to burn calories, but to reconnect with myself. I started journaling and affirming to myself and showing up for me. I stopped chasing skinny and I started choosing health. And you know what happened? I lost 200 pounds and I'm continuing to lose to this day. But more importantly, I got my life back, and you can too. So if diet culture has left you defeated, discouraged, and disconnected from your body, here's what you can do instead. Stop chasing the perfect diet because it doesn't exist and it never did. Start creating a lifestyle that honors your body, protects your peace, and supports your freedom. Focus on healing and not restriction. So eat food that fuels and nourishes your life, not food that feeds your addiction. And reroute your thoughts. You're not starting over, you're continuing your healing. Choose one loving action today, not 15 new habits. Just one thing that makes you feel proud, present, and peaceful. So, if this is speaking to your heart and you're ready to stop dieting and start healing, I would love it if you would subscribe and join me, because I'm walking this journey too, and you don't have to do it alone. Remember, you are not weak. You are not lazy. You have just been lied to. But today, you get to tell yourself the truth. And that truth is this. You are worth healing. And you are allowed to start over in love and not shame. And you are strong enough to choose a better way. Thank you for being here, and I look forward to our next conversation. Bye for now.